Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first BFNL Netball Show of season 2015. Great to see we've got an audience here for the first show as well, the live audiences. We get our pre-season stuff out of the way and we have a look at the 2015 Central Highlands Regional State League competition. Joining me to do so is the coach of the BFNL's open side, Kate McMahon. Kate, welcome to the first netball show for the year.
Thanks so much for having me on, Shawnee. Really appreciate any time we can get.
It's been a busy off-season for yourself. We'll touch on the reasons why a bit later on, but we're focusing on the Regional State League netball competition now. You've won this competition twice already, third time lucky. How's it shaping up 3 days out from the first game?
It is 3 days out from the first game, which is amazing, really. And look, it's shaping up really well. We've had a little bit of a shortened season this time round, but which has sort of changed the way I suppose we've been training. But all in all, I've been focusing on the plethora of rotations that I've got on offer, and I think it'll probably take the first couple of weeks to really find our feet on what our strongest starting seven might be.
Bit of a different squad to what we've seen in the last couple of years. If anything, it's probably a bit taller this year with the introduction of Mel Allen back into the fold, Kat Biskin from Lakers coming in as well, just really boosting the height up.
Yeah, it is, and I think probably in previous years that's been one thing that, particularly in the shooting end, that I would have liked to have more height. So we have got that availability to us this year, and also I think really pleasingly is not only can our shooters shoot, but they can also go down to the defensive end. So again, a bit of a coach's nightmare in terms of what I'm going to do, but one that I don't mind having.
And it's an interesting side this year. You've got a good makeup of experience as well, having the players like Georgia Can that's been in there. But someone that's really impressed me with training, and I suppose was one of the players of the year last year, came from miles and miles from... She started the year in your regional state league team and just kept going. Molly Boyle, her improvement over the last 12 months. She's gone from being one of the younger players in the team to really one of those key members.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you there. I myself am a wing defence, past wing defender, so I probably have a soft spot for wing defenders, but Molly's technical skills are amazing, and her intensity on court is something that I really value in a player, and she's just going from strength to strength. I really enjoy coaching her, and I'm very pleased that I've got the opportunity to work with her again, so hopefully can see some really massive things from her in the next 7 weeks.
And one of the things that we've found over the last couple of years is you always manage to find the good players that are coming into the league. Last year it was Emma Henry, had a bit of inside knowledge on that one, coming into the league, but this year Michaela George coming in and playing for Ballarat this year from the Central Highlands League as well. Really pacey kind of player that's going to add some real bite and some real speed through the midcourt.
Yeah, it is something that I do really value in this league, is to bring up the developing players and give them, I suppose, a shot at working with what I regard as some of the best players that we have in this league. So Michaela George is definitely someone that is that in that category. She has a lot of speed, and probably what I'm really hoping to work with her is to I suppose mix that with some timing and get her really going very well to work with a number of the mid-quarters that I've got. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how she's going to go. You
mentioned the timing, and it's something that you really concentrate on, timing, working in partnerships, and we've seen that at training recently as well, just with the drills that you run. There's a lot of half-court kind of stuff, a lot of game simulation stuff as well.
Yeah. The timing thing for me, particularly when you get to an interleague or a representative side, sometimes when you, I suppose, lack the amount of on-court time that you have, probably just giving them little things to think about, like working in pairs and working as a bit of a combination and getting that timing right, I think will hold us in good stead in just working from transition to defence without sort of having too many people, without it looking like an under-14s footy match.
I know what you mean.
And so that's creating space and creating that, I suppose, those fluid movements down the court, and that's what I'm really looking for, and that also comes with not moving the ball too fast, which inevitably happens, so we'll see how that goes.
Especially early on when everyone's still kind of getting used to each other's game styles as well. Early on, first game this week, different venue this year for the Regional State League, being played at the Ballarat High School, and it's an interesting game you play first up because you're playing against a representative side from the ACU Sovereigns, who of course a team that you know very, very well. This is the 19 under development side that's playing in the open competition. It'll be a little bit weird coaching against a team that you've kind of got a foot in the camp with as well.
Yeah, it is. Like I work with the senior players with the Sovereigns, so don't get a lot of time with the under-19s predominantly. But Katie Williams is someone who I've worked with in this very team for a couple of years now. So Katie will know a lot about us, and I'm always wary when you come up against not only a young group of girls, but also probably players. This team of Katie's has probably been training together for a little while, I would assume. So we need to be wary with these young teams and really come out focusing on what we do well and not necessarily feeling like we've got the upper hand at any point.
And also some familiar faces within the competition, obviously, as well, the Riddle District Footy League and the Merrimack-Castlemaine District League that you've played in the last couple of years as well. So there'll be some familiar faces, but I suppose some different game styles with changes of coaches throughout both of the teams as well.
Yeah, so I hear. So it will be, again, that's why I'm probably really big on worrying about getting what we do right and making sure our structures are in place and our timing is going well. So therefore, no matter who we're sort of coming up against, if we can really work on what we're doing well, then we can work out what they're doing on the day, and that's my job to then work out what we can do to stop what they're doing. So we'll see.
Game time this Friday night. What time are we playing?
Playing at 8 o'clock. The game's a little bit later this year, so we're playing at 8 o'clock this week. And against, as you say, the Sovereigns. So it will be a really good hit out and I'm really looking forward to it.
And of course, if you can't make it to the game, keep an eye on our Facebook and Twitter accounts and also Instagram, which we've just opened up this year, Ballarat FNL on Instagram. Keep an eye on those because we'll have all the scores throughout the night for you. Kate, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Sean.
Good luck this week.
Appreciate that a lot.
It's time to talk 17 and under side of things for the BFL's Regional State League side. We're going to catch up with co-captains Emily Bettio and Meg Collins after this. Welcome back to the BFNL Netball Show's RSL edition, and we're here with the Regional State League teams at 17 and under co-captains. Firstly, Meg Collins, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
And Emily Bettio. Emily, welcome. Co-captains, well done, girls. That's a great honour.
Thank you.
Of course, you're the only two girls that played in last year's Regional State League side that, of course, took out the title, was just absolutely dominant all throughout. So, what have you taken from that experience last year, Em?
It was just a lot harder than I was expecting. Like the girls, the level is just amazing.
Yep.
So you learn a lot just from reading off different players. And it's just a really good environment. Everyone gets really into it. So, yeah.
And Meg, this is your third year now of Regional State League, so you're the grandma of the team, let's be honest. You've taken 2 years out, you've obviously gone through the year where you won it last year. How did that second year compare to the first?
I think the first year everyone was a bit iffy, like it was new experience.
Yep.
But the second year we were definitely in there ready to go, and this year will be nice and good.
Now, we mentioned that you're the only two girls that played last year, a very young team coming through with the 17 unders this year.
Yeah, a lot younger team. But it's good, different players, different styles, new girls to play with.
Who's the girls that have probably impressed you the most at training so far? As you look around to see the ones that are waving at you saying, pick me, pick me.
I definitely have to say Matilda White.
Yes.
And Talia.
Talia's amazing, yeah. She's reads the play so well. Keely's intercept today at training was probably the best.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was so good.
It was.
Yes, very good.
Well, obviously looking forward to it. A couple of teams, obviously reasonably familiar. You would have come up against a fair few of the RDFL and Merrimack-Castlemaine girls last year as well. Meg, what are you expecting from the other teams throughout the competition?
I think it's going to be tougher this year. They've had a couple of years under their belt now, and with a lot of younger girls, it'll be pretty tough. Yeah.
And new coaches this year as well, Em. We've got Katie Williams and Cara Hart coaching. How have they been so far?
They probably want to
You don't have to suck up too much. They're not listening at the moment. So.
They're great coaches, so much experience. Like, just really good to know, and they know what they're talking about all the time. It's just awesome.
Well, good luck on Friday night. Looking forward to seeing the first game. We'll be there covering it, so we'll have all of the scores live on our social media accounts. So follow Meg and Emily and all the girls. Best of luck on Friday night and best of luck for the competition. Meg Collins and Emily Bettio, our co-captains for our 17 under Regional State League side. That's it on the BFNL Netball Show's RSL edition this week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you at Ballarat High School this Friday night.
Thank you.
Thanks, girls.